Welcome, let tonight's story be a peaceful end to your day. Yuri and the Sunbeam's Theory. This story is about a kind-hearted girl named Yuri and the Sunbeam's spirit, Lotus, who teaches her the power of forgiveness and the warmth of true friendship. Once upon a time in a serene village nestled between mountains, there was a kind-hearted girl named Yuri. She had hair that gleamed like the morning sun, and eyes as blue as the clearest sky. Yuri loved to explore the lush meadows and whispering forests, always eager to uncover the secrets of nature. One day, while wandering deeper than usual, she stumbled upon a hidden grove bathed in golden light. In the center of this grove stood a magnificent spirit, with wings made of shimmering sunbeams. The spirit's name was Lotus, and it radiated warmth and kindness. Yuri, entranced by the sight, approached and greeted Lotus with a gentle smile. Lotus spoke with a voice like a melody. "Welcome, pure-hearted one. I am Lotus, the sunbeam spirit." Yuri introduced herself and asked what Lotus was doing in the grove. Lotus explained that it watched over the forest and all the creatures within, using its light to nurture life and bring happiness. As they talked, Yuri felt a deep connection to Lotus, like they were old friends reunited. Just then, a rustling sound came from the bushes, and a small, injured rabbit limped into view. Without hesitation, Yuri gently picked up the rabbit, her eyes wet with compassion. Lotus spread its radiant wings, enveloping the rabbit in a warm glow. Miraculously, the rabbit's wounds healed, and it hopped away joyfully. Yuri, overcome with gratitude, thanked Lotus for its help. He just smiled. "It is what I do, but remember, kindness heals not only others but yourself." To self to Maiken. As time passed, Yuri and Lotus met frequently, sharing stories and laughter. Yuri learned much about the balance of nature and the importance of forgiveness. One day, Yuri confessed that she missed her brother, with whom she had quarreled before he left. Lotus listened intently, its eyes full of understanding. "Sometimes," Lotus said softly, "either forgiving others is the first step to finding peace within." Softly encouraged Yuri decided to write to her brother, expressing her sorrow and longing for reconciliation. Weeks later, Yuri received a letter in which her brother, too, sought forgiveness and missed her dearly. Tears of joy filled Yuri's eyes as she read the heartfelt words. When she showed the letter to Lotus, it beamed with pride and joy. Yuri realized that forgiveness was a powerful gift, capable of healing even the deepest wounds. From that day forward, Yuri carried the lesson of forgiveness in her heart, spreading kindness wherever she went. And as the sun set each evening, she remembered her dear friend Lotus, whose light would always guide her. As together, they created a bond that transcended time and space, a testament to the healing power of forgiveness and the enduring warmth of true friendship. Let's wander further with our next story. The Nimini and the Dream Guardian of Growth. This story is about a girl named Anemone who learns to turn her fears into strengths, with the help of a dream guardian named Lantana. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a shimmering river, there lived a girl named Anemone. She was called so because of her love for flowers, especially the delicate anemones that bloomed in her mother's garden. Anemone had a heart full of dreams, but she was often burdened by the fear of the unknown. One night, as she lay in bed, thinking about her worries, she saw a gentle blue light filtering through her window. Curious, she got up and followed the light to the garden, where she found a tiny creature with sparkling wings sitting atop her favorite anemone. "I am Lantana, the dream guardian," the creature said with a voice as soothing as a lullaby. "I've come to help you grow, Anemone." Anemone stared in wonder, her fears momentarily forgotten. Well, how can you help me grow? She asked. Lantana smiled, and with a wave of his hand, the garden transformed into a magical landscape, filled with flowers of all kinds, shimmering trees and a sky painted with the colors of sunrise and sunset. Wealth comes from embracing your fears and turning them into strengths, Lantana said. He led Anemone to a tree, with branches like the outstretched hands of an ancient protector. From this tree and you'll see your dreams from above. Anemone hesitated, but then, she felt a warm breeze that seemed to whisper encouragement. She climbed higher and higher, until she could see the entire village and the river that sparkled like silver. From that height, her worries seemed small and insignificant. Lantana then took her on a journey through a forest where each step transformed fear into courage. They crossed a bridge made of moonlight, visited a pond where reflections revealed their deepest strengths, and danced with fireflies whose glow chased away darkness. As dawn approached, Lantana and Anemone returned to the garden. Remember, Anemone, growth is a journey. It's about taking the first step even when you are afraid, Lantana whispered before disappearing into a mist of morning dew. Anemone awoke the next morning feeling lighter, braver, and ready to embrace her dreams. She never forgot the lessons from her night with Lantana. The garden, now her special place, reminded her daily to grow and to turn her fears into blossoming strengths. Let's wander further into tonight's stories. Angelonia and Esther's Dream Adventure. This story is about a young girl named Angelonia and a spider named Esther who embark on a magical journey through their dreams, discovering worlds beyond imagination. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows, lived a young girl named Angelonia. Angelonia had a heart full of wonder and eyes that sparkled with dreams. She was fond of exploring the enchanting world around her, making friends with the tiniest creatures. One day, in the quiet corner of her garden, she met a spider named Esther. Esther was no ordinary spider. He spun webs of extraordinary beauty, shimmering like stardust in the moonlight. They quickly became friends, bonded by their shared curiosity and love for the nighttime sky. Angelonia often spoke of her dreams, and Esther listened, with his many attentive eyes, weaving silvery threads as she recounted her tales. One night, as they gazed at the twinkling stars, Angelonia wished she could see the dreams hidden within each one. To her astonishment, Esther revealed he had the power to weave dreams into reality. With careful precision, he spun a luminous web around them, and together, they drifted upward into a world beyond imagination. They floated past galaxies bursting with colors, swam through rivers of light, and danced with ethereal beings made of moonbeams. They saw dreams of courage, of love, and of endless possibilities. Each star they passed whispered secrets of dreams long held and yet to be dreamt. As they journeyed deeper, they came upon a star that emanated a warm, golden glow. Esther whispered that this star held Angelonia's deepest dream, a world where imagination knew no bounds. With a gentle nudge, they entered the star. Inside, they found fields of flowers that changed colors with every step, castles made of clouds, and forests where every tree was a different shade of green. Angelonia and Esther played, laughed, and marveled at the wonders around them. As the night faded, Esther guided them back to their village. They landed softly in her garden, and the web that had taken them on their adventure slowly dissolved into the morning dew. Angelonia hugged Esther tightly, grateful for their unforgettable journey. From that day on, she knew that dreams were not just for sleeping, but were threads to be woven into the fabric of her life. She continued to explore the world with newfound wonder, always remembering that with a little bit of magic, any dream could come true. And every night, She and Esther would sit in her garden, looking up at the stars, dreaming of their next adventure. Another tale begins to bring you rest. Hannah and Daisy's Salvation. This story is about Hannah and Daisy, who transform a village festival into a cherished memory through their friendship and creativity. Hannah had always lived a quiet life in her small, quaint village nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows. Her best friend was an unlikely companion, a shadow creature named Daisy, who had iridescent scales and glowing eyes. Daisy had a gentle heart despite her mysterious appearance. One day, the village announced a grand celebration to mark the onset of spring, a festival filled with music, dancing, and feasting. Hannah and Daisy were determined to make this the most memorable festival ever. Together, they set out to gather flowers from the meadow, each petal more vibrant than the last. As they walked, they shared their dreams and hopes under the early morning sun. The meadow was a sea of colors, and the fragrance of fresh blooms filled the air. By midday, they had collected enough flowers to weave garlands for everyone in the village. With the flowers in hand, they returned to Hannah's home, a cozy cottage with ivy climbing up the walls and a garden bursting with life. They spent the afternoon laughing and creating beautiful decorations. Daisy Upstuffed claws helped lace the flowers into intricate patterns, while Hannah's nimble fingers added delicate touches. When evening descended, the village square transformed into a magical wonderland of lights and colors. Lanterns hung from trees, casting a warm glow over the cobblestone paths. Stalls brimming with delicious foods lined the streets, their aromas mingling in the cool evening air. Hannah and Daisy proudly handed out the garlands, receiving smiles and thanks in return. As the night deepened, the villagers gathered round a large bonfire. Musicians played lively tunes, and the joyous sound of laughter filled the air. Hannah and Daisy danced together, their movements a perfect harmony of light and shadow. The festival lasted long into the night, with the stars shining brightly overhead. When the last song was played, and the bonfire was just embers, Hannah and Daisy sat down, tired but happy. They watched the flickering lights and whispered promises of more adventures and celebrations to come. In that moment, enveloped in friendship and the magic of the festival, they knew this celebration would be treasured forever. Good night, and may you wake up feeling refreshed.